live in just a minute.
Testing 1, 2.
Sophia?
It'd probably help if I unmuted myself. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Not bad. We're live on YouTube here.
Okay.
Yay! So I'm just doing a little sound check. Sound check.
Let me log into the free conference call. Do I have it on this phone? Yeah, I do. Okay. Go that way. That way I can see your screen.
Okay. That would be good.
Oh, I can go there.
I mean, it's on. Oh yeah, I should probably do a screen share. I don't even think I have the screen share on, actually.
Join the meeting. Let me turn down my volume.
Yeah, your audio sounds pretty good.
Oh, I was turning down the volume on the other device.
Okay.
So I could see your screen. Okay.
It might be good to follow on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think I'm doing a screen share. It's just audio for the free conference call.
Okay.
It's going to take us a while to go through all this, I think.
I can do it on the TV. The YouTube.
Okay.
Turn down the volume. So there's not an echo. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't receive a notification this time either.
Yeah, I didn't receive anything. There we go. Let's click on that. Okay, I see it.
All right, so I'm going to go up, back up here. All right, well, I've shared a few things earlier. Why don't you give us some thoughts on this 317 pages?
There's a lot of thoughts. What I did notice is that it doesn't prove guilt for David or Camille. I think that actually both of them were using the computer and doing searches. That it's very possible that it was Camille that was doing the search to delete her page. But was that a business? Because she had already canceled her dietitian's license in November, so maybe she was trying to start up something new and wanted to cancel that page because I don't know.
It could have been.
I just found it interesting.
It's still active, right? The page.
Oh, I honestly don't know. I've never done a search for it.
Yeah,
Is that bad?
I think it's still active.
So, what I really found interesting is what you found, the root file being backed up after they were dead. And I really wish that we can get to the bottom of that, because if it's just, something that the computer does once a month or whatever, then that would be a great answer. If not, then that means that somebody was backing something up on that computer after they were dead, but before the bodies were found.
Right.
And that's alarming. So, and what was it that Mason Hendricks said that David was searching on his computer? Because he had asked you several times if you had seen the searches. And was it Viking searches or?
Yeah, it was like the occultic stuff is what he said, if I remember correctly. So lots of occultic things, and then he was basically saying if you look at David's last searches, you'll pretty much know what happened. Obviously, well, we've looked at the last searches.
So I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube. He did research on self-help and for a possible movie script, and a whole bunch of day one journal searches.
Yeah, those the day one stuff, that's, I don't know, if you look at some of the times, it's like, there's no way to access two files at the same time. But that's kind of, the exact same second, so that's a little odd. I don't know. So they're not all like that, but there's a lot that are. It seems like it's just some type of backup for these files or something. That's the way it looks to me right now. I don't know. Still need to think a little bit deeper.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, this is coming directly from the Dropbox app, and you can kind of look at. I think I'm just kind of scrolling randomly here, looking at page 231. And so there's one here that shows the date and the time, but it's the access date, right? 1935-17, and you kind of see that 1935-22. I guess it could be scrolling it too. It could be just somebody scrolling down, so that makes sense as well. There was a few that I found that looked like it was at the exact same time, but maybe I was reading it wrong. So that's why it's good to go over it over and over again. But yeah, it's kind of weird. This is what someone is accessing. Why all the day one journal stuff?
That's a good question. I guess we'll find out. Well, I don't know if we'll find out why, but
yeah, and I want to understand the conflicted copy. So if you look at the path, like I'm looking here at page 233, and there's this path, and it's ends with David Crowley's conflicted copy. So I'm not exactly sure what the conflicted copy means. Is there a different copy? Is this like a deleted copy? That's some of the stuff that I hope that maybe somebody can help us with too. So
I wonder if that's what he called it.
It could be, yeah, conflicted. Maybe that was the name of the day one journal, kind of.
Gave it a title, yeah. But
it's pretty. That's pretty interesting. So 1935-22. This one is 9. Yeah, it's probably scrolling. Unless the autosave. See here, maybe here's one that I was looking at. Unless these are the same thing. So looking at page 234, there's two. If you look at the date accessed and the time, 1935-22, and then 1935-22. And that will make sense if these are the exact same thing here. And they should be. So 451. Yeah, source file. One of the source files is 450, and then the next one is 451. I don't know. Stuff like that is what kind of makes me, wonder about the whole backing up thing. But it's really interesting stuff here. But for Mason Hendricks, I think some of the stuff he was talking about, what he was really talking about, is the searches. Like I think the first 30 or 40 pages really have the searches. It seems like the rest is just like the day one journal.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he was talking about David, looking at Satanic Verses, the Dark Lord, or something like that, right? I'm gonna go to some of that stuff.
Yeah, the something about Lucifer or something like that. And it was funny because it came like right after searching for Danny August Mason's Facebook page. So maybe he was referencing. But he also did a search for, gosh, what was that? 1 second, let me go to my messenger because I downloaded it. It's an article from Revelations. And it was the woman with the 12 stars.
Really? From Revelations?
Yes, Women with 12 Stars is rapturechrist.com woman, and that was one of the searches that he did. And then she is giving birth to the Messiah, Revelation 12:2. And she was with child. She cried out, being in labor and in pain to give birth. She was going to give birth to the Messiah.
Jeez, the Antichrist.
So, I mean, it was just interesting. The dragon is Satan, as explained in verse 9. And it's just going through all that stuff, explaining Revelations. And it was just interesting.
So it's like a book on Revelations, or from...
It's a website.
It's a website.
And then you look at the rest of the stuff that he was looking up, and to me it looked like it kind of reflected back to the 2013 script.
Mm-hmm.
I know I harp on that so much, but it really did. And maybe he was doing adjustments to that script and bringing in some stuff because of the TV series. And that would have been an interesting twist, just adding in the kind of whole rapture thing and Revelations. But yeah, he had several searches for Danny August Mason.
Yeah, I see one of those here from his Facebook, it looks like. He's looking at his profile. The Mind Unleashed. Yeah, I looked at some of that. Go ahead.
And that post, there were several of them that Danny August Mason made in December. So I don't know exactly which post he was looking at.
Oh, on the 21st?
Let me go back and I can tell you.
I mean, it gives a time. See, the thing is, it's UTC time, so I always have to remember that. You still have to adjust for that.
So he made a post. He didn't make one on December 21st, unless it's not public, or unless he took it down.
Well, I mean, this also just shows this is when David visited his Facebook.
Mm-hmm. So there is one that says irrefutable proof that Santa is Odin. And that was December 3rd, 2014. And then he has like another Odin picture for December 3rd. And then December 10th, he has something about 16 reasons Lawrence, Kansas is the best college town in America. December 12th, he has nothing like going to an audition and sounding like Kermit the Frog because I had cold. December 10th is this house is a prison on planet bullshit in the galaxy of the sex camel dick. And it's a quote, so I honestly don't know what the quote is to.
Be from a movie or something, maybe. He's known
probably like that vacation, Christmas vacation one or something. Also, December 17th, he has Michael Keaton puts all other Batman actors in their places with 2 words. And then the quote is, "No, do you know why? Because I'm Batman, and I'm very secure in that."
It's true.
Then December 16th, 2 commercial shoots, a feature film shoot, and another commercial audition. My kind of week. He could have possibly been looking at that. Then December 17th, he puts a post up, and it's about the director of Bad Mother Upper. I'm not saying the whole word out loud. So, and it's a pretty bloody film.
That's all Danny Mason stuff. Danny Mason's posting in December. Yikes.
Yes, and then there is a December 23rd post too, but there's nothing between December 17th and December 23rd.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, December 16th is when they had one of the email exchanges. So, I mean, if he was going to the messenger, it would probably it may show that, it may not, but I guess no, that wouldn't have anything to do with the profile. No, he's going to Danny Mason's profile for something, obviously. But it's just the timing is weird because this is right during the whole, the whole not lawsuit, but the whole trying to get Danny Mason to sign those forms. So.
And it's very possible that he saw that Danny was working and did commercial shoots and a feature film shoot and was actually working. So I don't know exactly what that means. But
I was looking at this one on page 28 here from David Searches, and this one is pretty interesting. Cracking Code, Fooling Nature, Oscar winner approach screenwriting. Cracking the Code and Fooling Nature, and Oscar winner's approach to screenwriting, which I thought was pretty interesting. I mean, again, this all just kind of shows, David Moore planning for the future, planning for getting ready for his fame and fortune, which it really sounds like he felt like it was coming. All of this stuff, there's no posts in here that make it seem like the script is dead, everything is dead. There's nothing in here like that so far, right?
Yeah.
Nothing I can find, I mean, nothing like how do you deal with failure of having your script turned down or something. It's just a lot of this stuff just all looks like he's on his way out. And Craigslist too. He's on Craigslist a lot. Looking for sale silver coin. So I wonder if he's selling stuff. And we know about the Craigslist killers and all that stuff. That's some pretty crazy stuff. But it's always been curious. Well, there's very few reasons you would let somebody in your home. Obviously, I mean, a car sale could be one. Somebody's stranded. Somebody is a friend or something like that who really needs help. Got kicked out of their house or something like that. But another one could be if you're making a sale, right? If you're making some type of a sale. I mean, it's possible you can meet anywhere, I suppose. I really don't know how Craigslist works, but so I was just wondering if he was looking at buying or selling this silver coin. And it's not really sure because it's just it kind of I don't know. I can't really say for sure either way. But I just thought there's a lot of Craigslist stuff on here. It looks like too. And
Well, did I mean the police talked about silver or gold coins, but I don't think that they mentioned silver.
oh, that's
And he was
interesting.
looking at a whole bunch of silver stuff on here.
We should go back through the photos in the basement because if there's silver, it may be down there. Of course, anybody could have broken or just walked in through the rear slider and taken the silver if they wanted, I suppose.
That 500-ounce box silver, that's super duper expensive. I mean, I buy silver. I know the prices.
I wonder how much that would be. Yeah, 'cause that's
Well, it depends on the day. Like today, it's at 23 something.
so we would
I
have
don't
to
know what
go
it was
back.
back then.
There's probably websites where you can go back and kind of see, okay, what was the price? I mean, geez, I should know. I was probably buying silver then too. I haven't bought any in a while, but I remember I was definitely between 2012 and 2015. Yeah, I was kind of into the whole silver thing. Couldn't get into the gold. It was just way too much. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, I do have some, but it's just small pieces. So we're looking at the highest. Okay, let's do 16.
monster box. Wow. Yeah, that is big.
Yeah, it's a really huge box of silver and
See what's
500 ounces. That's a lot.
Yeah, what's really cool about this document is that it has the URL, so we can really go and probably find out if he's selling or buying. We can definitely find out if he's selling. If he's not selling, then he's thinking about buying. But either this is this
That
is
was
his thing, or and you know what? It says DT. Is that no? It says CLT, not DT. Yeah, I'd be curious.
uh,
We could
that's about
go ahead.
oh, that was $8,000 worth back in 2014.
Okay. That's a good chunk of change there. So I
Hmm.
wonder if he's thinking about buying, there would be some withdrawals or some transactions, something like that you'd see, right?
I don't see any transactions after.
November
Oh
or
gosh, no, no, he did. He took some out in December, but I think it was only like $200, and I think it was the 19th or the 18th, something like that, when he took money out.
oh, interesting.
I have the bank statements,
Wonder what he's taking that
but
out
he
for.
took it out at the it was an ATM withdrawal on the 19th
Wow.
for 200. I mean, that could have been groceries or a Christmas present or something. Could be
True.
anything.
True. That's pretty interesting.
And what else? He did some self-improvement searches too. Either he did or Kamal did, one of the two. But a lot of these things, it's pre-planning for the future.
Yeah. The Gadsden flag. That's a pretty interesting one. Logging into his Gmail, 1221 on 1221 into the inbox.
He was probably hoping to hear from either uh, Jason Allen or Danny. Keeps logging in to probably look. And he was looking at cartoons
Realistic cartoon
and
character.
scrolling down.
Yeah, that will change your childhood. Answers.com. What's that one? Oh, okay. Realistic cartoon characters that will change your childhood. The Mind Unleashed. There's a few of the Mind Unleashed, and it's nice that they have the title because they have a blog. It makes it a little difficult, but if you put in the title at the end after the blog date, it makes it a little easier to find. That's 1221. Yeah, I mean, This is why they would have to say that David Crowley snapped, right? I mean, there's
Hmm.
there could be no other thing here. Here on page 31, this is the one where somebody's logging into the mind body RD, which is Kamel's page. All right, they're logging into the man. I mean, that could be David, but that could be Kamel, like you said. I mean, this would be some proof where you would think, yeah, maybe it was Kamel using this. She has her own Surface Pro, but I don't know. I mean, who knows? So they're going into the messengers, into the messages in that Facebook page, and going into the settings. Then on page 31, setting it public or something. Looking at the public options, maybe, and then go into the help. How do I see what role is on a page? And that's kind of weird because I don't know. I mean, there's no way for us to tell how many admins are on a different page or whatever. But it's if that's Kamel's page, if it's her dietitian page, this would make me think that this is more related to one of David Crowley's pages, but maybe not, because a few seconds later, they're back on the Mind Body RD, Mind Body Registered Dietitian. So that would,
And
yeah.
I'm on that page right now. So she's just talking about how she's a dietitian, eating psychology coach.
Can you tell when the last one is? When the last post is?
October 24th, 2014.
Yet they're logging in here, looking at the admin roles for the Mind Body Registered Dietitian, specifically on page 32. Wow. How many admins are there? Why would you need to change an admin role? I mean, oh, that was weird. Just lost the whole thing.
I don't know.
Alright, going back to page 32. That was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
The whole document just went kabooyah. Yep.
A glitch.
Yeah, it's
A glitch in the matrix.
A glitch in the matrix, apparently. Because then, yeah, no, I mean, they're logging in to the Mind Body RD and checking all that. But it's not a group, right? It's a page.
It is a page.
Can you look up, if you're in Facebook right now and you type in this Facebook group number, can you see if this is what group this is?
Are you on it right now? Facebook group.
Yeah, 6777 444.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried doing that before, and Facebook just glitches out on me because I did it for something else. And
Let me see if this will let
what
me
is
do.
this? Grave State Derived.
There should be a way to tell what the name. Every group has its own number, and I do believe when you go to the page, at the URL shows it. So if it's the Mind Body RD, if you're on her page, it should show this number. But that's a page. Maybe that is a group. No, that would have to be a group. Yeah.
There is the Rise group.
Is the Mind Body
Although
RD a group? I'm starting to think it's a group now.
There is a Mind Body Soul group.
There should be one called Mind Body RD. Of course, it could have been changed, but that's what it should be. It's hard to look that up on my phone.
I'm looking. There's mind dot body and or bony. I don't know. Mind body exercise. Mind body spirit. Mind body wellness.
That's weird. That's pretty weird. But anytime you go to a group, it should have the actual number. So I'm pretty sure we can find that out. Okay, so this one does say it's for the rise. So he's looking at the group privacy for the rise here on that one. I'll have to come back to the RD. I think the mind body RD is a page because I can't find it in the groups. So then all of a sudden they go from that, looking at that on 12/21, and then about 3 hours later they're looking at the rise, the privacy, the group privacy on 12/22. Nobody sees. See, what's weird about all of this, and maybe this is why they focus on just these dates, is that nobody sees David or Kamel, after what, the 19th, the 18th, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I am not seeing anything for Grace State the Rise for groups. So he could have put it private.
Yeah, there's definitely a group. Of course, there's two numbers here, so there's a 6777 number, then there's a 923. But we should be able to run these numbers through Facebook. You may have to copy and paste the whole URL, but that should, I don't know if you've done that already or not, but I haven't yet. Maybe tomorrow I can. But a lot of this stuff is, when I'm looking at it, I was like, oh, this is gold, because it gives you the actual source. This is stuff you can look at in a way back machine or something similar to that. I mean, there's definitely a lot of internet, there's definitely a lot of computer hacking, not hackers. I don't want to call them hackers, but people who have knowledge about this stuff, a lot more knowledge than I have. I'm pretty sure they could probably find some interesting data based on these 317 pages. I'm pretty sure they could find some interesting data that to my eye may not be that visible, or it may be easier too, because what might take me a longer time, they may be able to look at these documents and say, oh yeah, this is what this means here, or maybe even look some of that stuff up. There's a lot of ways to look things up, so that's an interesting one. Looking at the group activity, so they're just looking at, I don't know, Gray State the Rise. I thought it was a page. It's weird. It's a group. We'll have to also look at the first big set of documents that Dan Hinnon got, because it does have a lot of David's social media posts in there, and we can see if there's anything in there or not.
Yeah, I'm definitely matching up. God, that's going to take forever.
Yeah, I know.
So much information.
We need some help. We need some help. So here's another one where on 12/22 he's going back to Danny. He's looking at Danny Mason as a part of the group, as a part of the. That's interesting.
I'm thinking that maybe Danny August Mason was like one of the admins
for the group, for the Rise. That makes sense.
Possibly.
Yeah. Is that a group? Maybe it is a group. I don't know.
Or the page.
I always thought all of those were. I think everything I've commented on and got kicked out of, I think they were pages, but maybe they were groups. I don't know. I wasn't in there that long. I know that, but these are definitely groups here. Some of this stuff is groups. Interesting.
Yeah, because it says group number list. So yeah. I'm willing to bet that he was an admin for that also with David, and he probably was getting removed off of it. Yeah.
David could have been making it private, like you said too. Maybe that's why I'm having a hard time finding some of that stuff. That's some pre-planning. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. But it's because it's not just with the Rise; it's also with the other, the dietitian one. That could be why we can't find that one either. Running a search. You could have made them both
Oh, and then
private.
the Prince.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then there's the Prince of Darkness for chapter Tammy August.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
It's
my
like
goodness.
maybe 20 minutes, maybe like an hour, right? About a little over an hour later. There's this search on here, WebHP, Chrome on Chrome. Okay, Prince of Darkness. That's kind of a weird thing to just, hey, I'm just gonna search for Prince of Darkness.
Okay, let's Google search it.
Please, I'm afraid what'll come up here. That's pretty
I'm gonna
creepy. I
have to
don't
like
know.
totally
You have to do it on Chrome. Make sure you're on Chrome.
factory
Yeah.
on Chrome.
Yeah, make sure you're on
Okay.
Chrome because he's on Chrome, and then first start at google.com and then put in Prince of Darkness and see what comes up. Obama. No, just kidding. 1222. Wow. That's weird. It's so odd. So he's probably searching, scrolling, looking, different things. I mean, this isn't just a few. This is extensive. Let's see, 2057, 35. That's the same time. 39, 58. Yeah, these are all different searches. It's crazy stuff.
Oh, it's a movie. It's actually a movie, a horror movie.
Prince of Darkness. Well, he's big into
A
movies.
1987 horror supernatural film on YouTube.
1987, you said? Oops.
Mhm. And he had looked up the wiki on that, I think.
Yikes. I would play. Oh, it's a John Carpenter. Interesting.
And it's not the first John Carpenter thing that he's mentioned.
Donald Pleasance. Wow. Well, that's pretty interesting for sure. I've never seen that one. I mean, based on the title, you can pretty much figure out what it
Yeah.
is. Right? Alice Cooper is in that. Wow. Okay. They Live, which is one of my
And
ultimate favorite movies. They Live.
what time was it that he searched for that? Because
So,
it's possible they could have
okay,
been
so
watching that.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot
Or,
of searches though. There's a few different times that the search happens. So the first one looks like
around
2057,
10.
but that's UTC, so you'd have to convert from UTC to would that be Central? I think Central Time. Let's see. Central Time. Hey, Beatrice?
3:57 p.m.
3:57 p.m.
Uh-huh.
All right. Beatrice says, Strange Times, Prince of Darkness, 1987, horror, supernatural. Creepy. Okay, so UTC. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that open in case I need to look back at that. So that's an afternoon search. Okay,
Mhm.
and there's like one, there's two, there's three. So what is he looking for? Like video, the actual video or something, or hard to tell on this.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. It's
Prince
hard to
of
tell.
Darkness.
It's a lot of
Maybe he
coding.
was playing on some of the videos or looking deeper to see what the movie was about, the cast. It's
Yeah.
hard to tell. Parapsychology, word Press, Prince of Darkness. Right there. Right where your mouse is. A
Oh,
little bit further down.
right here. Paranormal Psychology. Paranormalpsychology.files.wordpress.com.
And then the Prince of Darkness there. Interesting.
The International Library of Paranormal Psychology. Is there a search here? Search and report. Okay, so I'll keep that open for a second. Prince of Darkness.
Search this dictionary. And I think just type in Prince of Darkness in that one. If you go back to the other screen.
Okay. So let me try that. See if that works. Prince. See if that reveals anything. Prince of Darkness, title, the devil. The International Library of Paranormal Psychology. Title of the devil. So what is title? This is from the Catholic belief system. It is a title of the devil. I don't know if he's looking at the movie. There's really nothing here though. Devil, Prince of Dark, Prince of Air. Title of the devil. Interesting.
Darkness is the opposite of light. God is light. Huh.
Maybe there's an older. Yeah. Maybe there's a different. We would have to literally copy and paste this whole thing, and it probably would come up.
Can we do that?
This computer is not allowing me here from where I am here.
Yeah, I can't do that on a cell phone. I would have to get on a computer and try.
I don't know if I can or not.
And that's a lot of typing.
Yeah. I think I can.
It is fascinating to see what the searches were, especially since people made it sound like he was researching writing on the wall and stuff like that, and but you see, when you look at it, he was just planning for the future and just doing regular searches like lyrics to a song and watching videos, just typical everyday stuff.
Yeah, I've never heard of the azlyrics.com lyrics. Not a Surf, Killian's Red. Not a Surf, Killian's Red. What the heck is that?
It's a song. I briefly looked at it the other day.
Not a Surf, Killian's Red. I don't know if I can play this without getting another YouTube strike. In the sunshine. Definitely can't play that. Kind of has David Crowley feel.
I haven't heard the song. I mean, I probably have. I just don't recognize the name. I wish we could play it, but YouTube would ding us so fast.
Yeah, I know. I better not play it. How dare you? Okay. Well, we'll have to. I don't know. Sounds like another rock band or something. Let's see. Beatrice. Is it Beatrice? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Is all of the search made by David Crowley truly something tells me that maybe some things have been removed. Interesting. Yeah, that's what we're kind of looking for, is for somebody who would know, like a hacker or somebody who knows more about that stuff, knows coding, to see if there's anything in here that would tell us what type of software would they need to kind of for the police to kind of do that, which I do believe, Sophia. Don't they say that they were able to find anything even if it was deleted?
Yeah. Yes, that's what the search warrants cover. Like deleted text, deleted apps, just all kinds of things
Okay.
they were looking for.
I wonder if that would include searches though, and things like. I guess if it's a history, it could, but then they could be wiped from the history that they have here too. I don't know. They'd have to really do some deep diving.
I'm not even sure how to do all of that to completely erase a search.
That's pretty easy. You can. I can do it right
just,
now. I can go these three dots and clear it out, but I don't know if whatever software they're using, if that will take it out. You know what I mean?
The blacklight software.
Yeah.
Let me Google what it does.
Because it's coming from their computer, but it's not coming from the internet. I don't know. I don't know. That's beyond my knowledge, but it's something to think about, and hopefully somebody out there kind of knows and can help us with that. So Satanic Verses, he's looking up here's another Google search. So you were talking about Satanic Verses on Wikipedia. What is that? Satanic. I thought that was that one from that one book. Satanic Verses.
What are we looking at now?
The Satanic
yeah.
So he has this book in his house, the Satanic Verses, which people tell me it's not really about Satan. It's really about Muslims, right?
Yes, that's actually right. Catherine and I were looking at that the other day.
Interesting.
And yeah, it even on the screen that you just had up that showed that.
Yeah.
And that was the 23rd. Did he ever go back to it?
I don't know. He moves on from there, or whoever did this moved on from there, and is more about the Satanic Verses on this website, answeringislam.org. Satanic Verses. So he's looking at that. It's kind of diving a little deeper. And then CNN. Why? That's where to go from. What's the time difference in that? 6:27 UTC time. And then an hour later, you're looking at it. He's brave. I can't stand CNN. I couldn't even watch it.
I know.
Even if it was just to see whatever they're doing, whatever they're up to. So it's CNN World News. Interesting. Trying to keep up with the news, the mainstream news, which, I mean, in his line of work, he definitely should. New contribution to Gray State. So they're still getting contributions up until the 24th? Wow. Well, that should clear in his new well, I guess that, yeah, if it's money. I mean, I guess that could just be somebody contributing, not necessarily financially, but if it's a financial contribution, I wonder how all that works. I don't know. How far back do the financial records go? Do you know? It's still kind of a mess to me. It doesn't seem like it's in a lot of order. But
I think July.
Okay.
Okay, and what day was that? That was the 24th?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure it's going to be on that account.
This is an email to him. Looks like it doesn't really say who it's from or anything. Oh, well, here we go. Ego. Let's see. That's 12:55. That's a few minutes later. So I'm curious what the contribution is. If that means, a financial contribution to whatever they had going on. Was there a Kickstarter? Was there something like that? Is there a place where people can donate to Gray State? That's pretty interesting. EgoKick.com. Realistic cartoon characters that will change your childhood. Looking at that again on the 24th.
I am not seeing anything. And his hothead, I think, was zeroed out. I'm not exactly sure. Wait, all I'm seeing is just reoccurring transfers all around that time.
It could be money coming in, money coming out, maybe. Are there any deposits with solid numbers, no decimal points?
I'm not sure. Hold on a second.
Could be one of those.
They have several different accounts to look at, all with this one with Wells Fargo, so
right.
Scrolling through it. Okay, this is just transaction.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat message, in the chat, the live chat right now. So if anybody wants to go and check out this document, I really think, I felt like this with the crime scene photos. The more eyes we have on this, the more answers we'll get. And something like this, I think, is it's going to be pretty much the same thing. We may even get more answers. So the more people we have looking at this document that I'm going to post in the live chat here, the better, I think. So let me know if you can receive that.
On the 19th, he did a deposit from Hothead Productions for $250. And then he deposited $200 online transfer from David Crowley Savings. That was deposited into their account. There's like 5 different pages I'm looking at, so give me a second.
Yeah, if there's nothing for the 24th, I mean, it should either be the 23rd, 24th, or 25th. And that's if it's going directly to his bank account or something too. The donations could be going to a shared account. I'm not sure. I don't know if we tried if we tried to donate to the Gray State today, if they had that option, where would that go, But I do believe that their channel is actually a monetized channel, so that's why I don't really encourage people to go there, to their YouTube channel. Because I know who's running those channels, and it's the same people who think David Crowley is guilty. I wouldn't want to give them my clicks, my views, so give them my money, pretty much. No thanks.
I'm just not seeing anything for that time frame.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know there. So, anyways, it may not be a financial contribution, but who knows? We will find out for sure. Here's another interesting one. If you look at page 38, 12/24 on 12/24, Christmas Eve. So 3:42 UTC. Because if I don't figure this out, it's gonna drive me crazy. 3:24. So what do? I put in 3. I don't know if UTC is AM or PM. It doesn't say. Well, no, that would be AM because it's military, right? So 3:24. And to CST time, 12:04 convert. Okay, so that would be
9:24 p.m.
9:24 p.m. Okay. I mean, this is. Sometimes I'll do this on YouTube late at night and just kind of watch. I stopped doing this about a couple months ago, but I used to. If I was really bored or couldn't sleep, I'd watch some of these paranormal videos, ghost videos, things like that on YouTube. So he's doing that. I mean, that's obviously not that late, I guess, for him. But abandoned places that will make your skin crawl. That's pretty
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
good on that. I'm just good on that. I really don't need it in my life.
I have no idea what would ever prompt me to do that, but I did it several times, and finally I'm like, why am I doing this? This makes no sense. It's just, I don't know. To me, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. A lot of that
It
stuff does not
seems,
seem real that I've seen on YouTube, by the way.
well, it just seemed like Camille and him liked horror movies. But they also liked comedies too.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe that was just something that they do. I know my daughter and her husband, they watch the weirdest crap. On YouTube. They spend all afternoon watching it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to my room because some of it is just so dumb. It's like paranormal stuff, but it's like obviously fake.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just having a deep conversation about it. It's so weird.
Well, here's another one. DogTube. I've never heard of DogTube, but I guess if you go to dogtube.us, 20 things dog owners do that cause their dogs to misbehave. I mean, there you go. But it's not 20 things dogs owners do to try to shoot their dog before they kill themselves and kill their family and kill everyone else. But they miss the dog somehow. It's pretty crazy. Like, I don't know. Yeah, there's so much here that it's just when the police are going through this. I wonder what detectives are actually, who they are. Man, I'd love to get some statements, some quotes from the detectives that had to go through this. And I guess it would be the one, maybe Brian Bone. I think he's the one who said we looked at everything and couldn't find anything. But whatever detective was tasked with actually going through the internet log, and then logging all this stuff too, doing all this stuff. At the end of it, they got to be like, wait a minute, there's definitely something wrong here. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, how could they not know? That's pretty interesting. It's a liability issue at that point, I guess. But
And so, as everybody can see, there's just this normal search history, and
mm-hmm.
it goes all the way up to the 25th, late on the 25th. Um,
Napoleon. Napoleon Hill? What the hell is that? Self-help author. He's a writer. He's known for books Think and Grow Rich, 10 best-selling books. Interesting. Improving One's Life. Interesting. Wow. Good stuff there. It's got his quotes, so he's looking up some of his quotes for something. Then it's back to the Rise group. After that, that's page 40 that we're looking at here. Back to the group activity to see what the group is doing, pretty much. Huh. And then, okay, here's the one you were talking about. rapturechrist.com/woman. Oh, we're gonna need the Wayback Machine for this. not secure. That's okay. Huh. Yeah, we need the Wayback for that one. Unless it's...
Which one is that? Because I might have been able to find it for you. The Rapture Christ one? Yeah, I have that. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Just curious why it's not coming up unless I'm not doing it right.
That's the one with the woman with the 12 stars and...
That's weird. I can't get
that. We were talking.
Yeah, I can't get it to come up. HTTP... Did you look at that recently?
Yeah, I was just looking at it just now.
What? Why is it not coming up on mine?
Here, I just sent it to you on Messenger.
Okay. I think my browser doesn't want me to go there.
You can't look at it.
Possible causes. It doesn't like HTTP, I know that, but so what? Who cares? Yeah, it doesn't like Rapture. It must be something else. Okay, I have to go here because it's a non-secure site. Which is stupid. The Rapture, is that what it is, or just Rapture? Let's see, this takes me to Rapture 2. I guess my question is this like a Christian site? What's going on here? What's their mission? Let me look at their mission statement here. Mission is to alert people that there is not much time for preparation before the rapture occurs. Christ told us that his coming would be like in the days of Noah. Like in the days of Lot. Noah warned people, while he was constructing the ark, Lot had less time to warn people of Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh, when I hear this phrase, like in the days of Noah, this reminds me of people that predict the end of the world. I used to work for a place like that. I think that was the title of his book, In the Days of Noah, like the Days of Noah or something like that. And he made a lot of...
But that's not actually what he was looking at, though. That's interesting, though. If you could just send me that link, please. Just send it to Catherine and I, please.
Okay. All right.
Because this is interesting.
Okay. We'll come back to that. I know I can't stay up too late. I know you probably can't either. But...
I'll circle back.
There's a lot here. Where is Spartan Fidelity? Okay, and that's 1224. Yeah, to me, like those last days, because Mason Hendricks kind of set up the anticipation. You know, if you read the last searches, look at his last Google searches, and of course he was acting like I had already done that, or like I would be able to. It only took me 7 years, I guess, to look at it for somebody to, you know, and show me this, but I don't know. It just sounds like another rabbit hole, another dead end from him. You know, not really a dead end. I guess a misdirection, maybe. I can't think of the right word. It's too late. Justin Kinsey. I have no idea who that is, but that's interesting. And we also have Old Chick has joined us. Is it just me or is it blurry? Let me know if it's blurry. It could just be the document. I'm looking at. I mean, on my phone it looks okay, I guess. If you're on your phone, or if you're make sure that the quality setting for YouTube is also set to the highest quality. That could be it too. So just make sure. Make sure that that's the best setting. But yeah, it does kind of look like it's maybe photocopied or something, or scanned. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that they sent us was scanned, and it's kind of blurry and crooked and,
Right.
just low quality. I am grateful for it, though. I mean, so I won't go and be too harsh. Justin Clancy, he was looking at a Facebook page for that, and I tried to put the address in,
Hmm.
and it did nothing on my Facebook.
Okay, you put the whole
Uh,
thing in?
mhm.
Yeah, I wonder.
And it just,
And nothing happened, huh?
yeah.
No, interesting.
And then I tried looking him up, and there's a lot of people with that name. So I honestly don't know who he was trying to find.
Yeah, or why? Because that could be a key there. This is another good one to put in when you're logged into Facebook, obviously, you know. But this photo one here too. What do we? There's a few photos. I was looking at
Mhm.
some photos at that time, 1920. So let's see. Was this 24 hours? So 1920, and that would be 13. Okay, so 1:20 p.m. daytime. Lots of daytime stuff here on Christmas Eve, and nobody's seeing them.
And it's weird because the police said that he was staying up late and on his computer late. But these were a lot of daytime searches.
Yeah. The Guardian.
Does it look like he's on the computer a lot? I mean,
Mm,
or is he like doing a search and then leaving and coming back and doing another search?
it's pretty regular. Some of the stuff is pretty regular. I mean, some of the weird things you have here is where you have the visit time. Is the visit time last 12 1926-14, and then it's not really in order. It's kind of backwards. Hmm. Bader. That is familiar. I think I looked that one up. Bader Airlines. Battle of Bader. More Muslim ties, Muslim searches, things like that.
And I have to wonder if that just goes back to what was going on in the world at that time. Maybe there was an attack or something, because he seems to be circling around those churches. And just a thought,
Mm-hmm.
if we can Google that.
Bader. So this is what he was looking at here.
BADR.
Wow, there's a lot of them though. So it could be, jeez, it could be any of it. Look at how many places there are. They're all kind of in the Middle East. Even in Jerusalem though. That's interesting. Egypt, Libya, Saudi Arabia, where Kamel was born. I think Sidra was born there too. Forget. Battle of Bader. Interesting. Could be a lot of stuff there. Something here they're looking at. Bashir Bader. Why does that sound familiar? Urdu language. Yeah, there's something there. It's pretty interesting. The problem is there's too much there. So what you would expect next is to see, okay, he looked, okay, Bader, Iraq. Okay, page 43. So something to do with Iraq. invader. But on here, there's no Iraq. Beta organization, a political party in Iraq.
Iraq divisions will delay counteroffensive on Islamic State. That was December 1st, 2014. I'm looking still. There's one for December 26th. Are the U.S. and Iraq on the same side in Iraq? Middle East.
Yeah, so it's probably related to that. Here's something on the Drudge Report, too. He's just looking at the... Yeah, because you can go to the main Drudge Report page and just... Well, he didn't find anything, whatever he was looking for. Then the next day, 1225, okay, Spirit, Science, and Metaphysics. Top 5 things you didn't know about Christmas and probably should. Oh, great. I can imagine what that is.
I tried to find that article and could not.
Top 5 things
so we
you
need
didn't
to do
know
that
about
on the Wayback Machine.
Okay. We're going to need the Wayback Machine for a lot, it looks like. I think you should know. Christmas. 10 things you should know about Christmas. No top 5 things. Yeah, way back. Way back. Alright. Aleister Crowley. I mean, there you go. We've been, he's even commented on that too, how people try to connect him to Aleister Crowley because of his name, and maybe he finally started looking deeper into it. But I think that's a pretty weird one. And the witchcraft here too. And this is, let's see, 2317. 2317. Alright, so that's 5:17 p.m. A lot of this stuff is all daytime stuff. I mean, it's weird because you're like, okay, he's looking at Aleister Crowley, but then you look at the website, and the website is called JesusIsSavior.com. So, and then Wicca, witchcraft, Aleister Crowley. I mean, why Aleister Crowley exposed? So it's kind of like exposing Aleister Crowley. Well, yeah, because you know what? If he's going to be rich and famous, if he's going to be out there, once people, if he's at these Hollywood, LA parties, etc., once he says his last name, that's, everybody's going to ask about Aleister Crowley and all that stuff. So, but that's pretty interesting that is that day. So he's alive at this time, or somebody is alive at this time, working on this computer here on 1225. And then that's basically it, right? And that doesn't... Yeah, okay. All right.
So he's looking to expose the truth about Aleister Crowley, basically. That is the last search. And then he does the myth doc. And, well, if he did it. And then that's basically all the activity. The other stuff was going through the journal, but like you said, it could have been backed up or somebody just scrolling through it.
Yeah, here was another good one about the myth, where he wrote, "I have loved you all with all of my heart." This is part of a project. It's not It's not a suicide note. It's not something that he just right. This is in new projects. It's in Dropbox. It's backed up. Boy, that size. 361 kilobytes. That's small. I don't know if that would be. I always had a word count. The word count should just be a few. You know, I'll have to look that up. That's bytes though. That's big. That's a little bigger. 361 bytes.
He was working on the script. It's in one of the photos next to the computer on a clipboard stand.
There's the Hera thing, right? So
I think so.
yeah, so it's like, okay, so what was written on his laptop, I have loved you all with all of my heart, could be, like you said, it could be part of the script, be part of the story here. Nothing more. Curious that they don't really mention that. But whatever. It's not their job to point out every little detail that helps prove David Crowley innocent, apparently, just to point out any speculation that would lead people to falsely believe that he's guilty. So that would be a great document to have. It was created on 12/15. I mean, that's a long. Created on 12/15. It's sitting there for days. I don't know. For another 10 days, just sitting there with nothing in it. That seems weird. But this is a project. You can clearly see that. It's something that is backed up to Dropbox. It's not something that he just randomly wrote on his laptop. I think that's pretty clear. Look at page 45 and decide for yourself. Let's do a few more. Unless you have anything else, I'm gonna close this one out here. Just check the comments too. We do need a time. Yeah, we do need a time machine for sure.
We can make that a different show.
Okay.
Put everything through that, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I need to. I need to. I was supposed to be in bed like 20 minutes ago. So, all right.
Yeah.
A new project means he was planning for the future, not planning to end it all. Exactly. It's a great place to end it. Yeah. Yep. And we'll come back. We just went through quickly some of the first 45 pages. Sophia, any final comments?
When we come back, I will have a photo. Well, actually, I'll send it to you so you can show the listeners of his script that's next to the computer.
Nice.
And it looks like there was a bunch of papers behind it. So he was working on an outline for that. So,
interesting.
Anyway.
That's great. Interesting how they would try to use that as one of the quote-unquote notes that doesn't explain anything, but then some people still believe that it is a suicide note. I think this pretty much puts that to rest for any of us doubters there.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, my friend. Good to chat with you, and I am going to end this live stream here.